up guys, Bricks here, back with week 16 of Building Minas Tirith in Lego. This week I'm going to be working on that last section of the lower walls, as well as finishing off the two walls next to me and some more of the castle wall. So without further ado, make sure to please drop a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. We'll get right in to this week's segment. Starting off this week's segment, as you can see, another package has arrived from Bricklink, so I'm going to go ahead and open up that. As you can see in there, I picked up some of these 3x3 curved slopes, as well as some 2x2 slopes. In here, I picked up a bunch of pieces. I got loads of these quarter curve panel cylinder pieces in white. I picked up some more to do some more towers. Some 4x4 round plates, a couple of slopes, a 6x6 plate, and some of those 8x4 curved plates as well, and then a couple 1x2x2 bricks and some more of those 2x2 slopes. So a bunch of useful pieces there that I'm going to be using this week. As you can see, I also just got back from the Lego store and I've opened this up. So I've got a bunch of these 1x12 white bricks, obviously. I also got loads of stuff in here. I'm going to tip them out. As you can see, I've got a bunch of these 2x2 plates in white, a load of the masonry brick, 1x4 tile, quite a few of those, and then just a handful of these corner arches. I'm always using those, so I picked up a few of them. And then also these 1x3 green corners. I use them a lot for the lip of the castle walls, for like tile and stuff to overhang on. You can see I've added a small fence on there. It's basically just using these dark brown droid arms, fill focus, and then obviously just some dark brown plate, and they just kind of snap into each other. It is kind of an illegal building technique, but I think it looks pretty good. Obviously this side's connected with the 1x2 snot bricks there, and then that side's just got a little bar on there, and I think that's a decent size minifig scale. Looks pretty good. Obviously when it's tiled round and there's a little bit more detail on that, it'll look pretty good. Also built the wall up for the back of the tower as well, so that's helped me kind of cover up that section too. So I think that looks good. As you can see, I've just added in this small tower here. I think it adds just kind of some height to the area. I was originally going to have it here, but I don't think it really fits with this portion of the castle. So it's literally just put windows in there basically, and then it's kind of just really symmetrical the whole way around. I'm just going to sit that in there basically. I'll take some of the tile off when I get to it, but I'm just going to sit that somewhere there, and that should be quite nice. I'm going to do maybe another kind of tall something here maybe as well. I'm not too sure, but I think that just looks kind of nice. I don't know whether to do the top grey dome or like a white dome like I've done, even maybe sand green if it does come in that colour. Obviously a lot of white going on, so it could be nice having some splashes of colour here and there. I'm going to do the same on this as well, do a little like half dome on there. It should be nice. As you can see, another building added. I have changed this a little bit. Obviously I had this in there before, but I've put this piece in. It's really not that detailed at all. I'm pretty disappointed in the front of it really, but the top looks pretty good. I've kind of gone for a different design to this one. Obviously this has the one stud each side. I've done the two studs, and it's kind of just like inverted slopes and then cheese slopes on top of that. Just adds a little bit of detail and just, I don't know, looks a little bit better and saves a lot of pieces really as well. Also you used the 4x4 domes as well, because obviously they were the 3x3, so obviously 4x4 just adds that little bit more detail as well. I don't know what I'm going to do about these roofs. I think I'm going to do this as the same design as this here, if that makes sense. Potentially have another one coming out here. I wanted some kind of bridge here maybe, going up, so it gives me like a wall detail I can put here, because I think it'll just look pretty cool, but I just need to kind of figure that out. So obviously I have this building built into the wall, but I might actually take that out, because it'll give me a little bit more space. Although I guess I've obviously done the pig pen up to it. I'll just kind of have it coming out like that, and then have it as part of the bridge or something maybe. But I'll put that there for now, but I'm not sure I like where that is.
obviously you'll be able to see straight through it, but I was thinking just there, just behind where the pig pen is. I think that would have looked pretty cool. That's a little bit too far out to use that arch, so it's kind of annoying, and also those two angles aren't the same, so it'd be really awkward to connect to the wall as well. But that's the plan that I'm going to try do next. As you can see, I've added that arch in, and I really like how that looks with the different angles. I think it's a nice addition to the kind of the city line, if that makes sense. I've put this little building in there. It's a similar design to this one up here. So I've added that on, and then it's a 3 stud wide bridge. I'm going to just have like a little archway there, and I'll have the other obviously piece of wall that I'll build up, connect up to that as well. But I like how that looks. You can see all the way through it. A good amount of detail under there. So that is that. As you can see, I do have a picture of this kind of building I'm gonna put into one of the walls. I'm gonna try to do it roughly as close as I can to how it looks in the films, which is obviously in this really blurry picture. I've zoomed in on one of the models, because obviously Minas Tirith was an actual model that they built, so I've zoomed into that. And this is probably one of my favourite kind of buildings and designs that I think will fit really well. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So my plan for that starts here basically with this little foundation. I'll have 3 windows in there, and then 2 windows, and then the top bit will be the other few windows basically. Probably only like 6 or 7 bricks from where that window is, so it'll probably be about that height there. That's the plan. So similar height to this would be, maybe a little bit higher. Pretty much should just sit in there, or I go all out and go like quite a bit higher, maybe there. Well, then obviously that's quite a big building, but I can kind of add more detailing and stuff if I did it like that. So that is the start of that. As you can see, I built that section up there, and I'm really happy with how that has turned out. Obviously I'm going to put the white windows, well, the arches in there, and then I'm going to put in black behind there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that there though. I could kind of put a tile in there potentially up inside the arch, if that makes sense. Maybe 1x3 tile or 1x4, and then just lift up the bottom by maybe 2 plates, say. And I've got this kind of half dome on top, so when you look back it fits in pretty well. But I like how that looks. It's like a bit of detail, and it's actually like a full-size building. And then on the side across next to that, I've finished the archway for the bridge. I think that makes a lot more sense for it to go into a building. I've put the black in behind there. I also added this little panel, and I've put the black bricks in behind there too. I've added some discoloured pieces as detail, and then I've also put these 2 on here as well. Again, one of them has black and one of them doesn't, but I don't think you can really tell which one does and which one doesn't, because it is just so dark back there. I'm probably just going to leave that because you really can't tell at all. The other one I had to, because that big green brick was basically sticking into the window, so I've had to use one of these little bracket or pieces, L-shaped bricks, I don't know what you'd call them really, but as the top one. You can pretty much just about see that in there, so I'm happy with how they look anyway. And then I've obviously added the kind of balcony on, and then the kind of pavement, if you will, castle wall. I still need to figure out properly what kind of angles these are. This is my little kind of jig, if you will, so that'll fit there perfectly. That's the right angle. I believe they're 45 degrees. And then this one's kind of awkward. It's just over that plate, so it's 1x3, but then it's a plate smaller, which is a bit awkward. And that one should be bang on there. That should line up. And then for the next one, I've kind of built this little building as well. I'm gonna have that about there, I think. I mean, potentially do it up there, but I was thinking more down here for that really. And I'll just integrate it in as I'm going. It just splits into 2 basically. It's a similar design as what I've used over here, or well, the exact same really. So I've got 2 of those there, and then I'll have a 3rd one further round. I could save it and maybe put it further up potentially. I'll see how I go. I can always order another one, but I don't have any more of those 1x2x3 inverted slopes. So that is the progress I've made there nonetheless, but that should wrap it up for this week's segment.
So sadly that pretty much wraps it up for this week's segment. I do hope you have all enjoyed. Really happy with the progress that I've got done. Those kind of 2 buildings I built into the wall, I'm really happy with. There was a little bit of trial and error in there, but I'm glad that they're pretty accurate to the films, and also they just look good as well. And also the castle walls at the front and the villagers down below look super good. So without further ado, make sure to please drop a like and subscribe, as it really does help out the channel. And most importantly, take care guys.